Hello, everybody.
Okay, so we're gonna get to the real shit. Infinity War spoilers. Thanos wins. Okay. Huge spoilers. Thanos wins. And he wins with time magic bullshit. So this deck is the time magic bullshit Thanos deck. Because it's like, hey, I'm almost dead. Just kidding. Flip my ruler. Hit something. Gain a shit ton of life. It's like it never happened. Boom. That's the theme of this deck.
Okay.
Take it away, Dayman.
Okay, but definitely put, like, spoiler warning before the video even starts.
Yeah, but I'll do it like that one guy who does those videos I like, where it goes like, they do the Star Wars crawl and it's like, and then it just goes to Luke dies, and then spoilers after that.
No, don't do that. Come on. Put an actual spoiler warning in the beginning.
For sure. But I'll have literally the picture of this video is going to be the Force of Will logo over Spider-Man dying, and I'll put spoilers at the top of the picture.
I like Spider-Man. That made me sad.
Okay, so all bullshit aside, this is Dayman / Dayman's friend's newest Aimul deck.
Yeah.
They together have been working on this deck for like a really long time, and it really shows because the deck is phenomenal. We actually did some playtests against my Gill, the Gifted Conjurer, and my Gill Alhamat deck, and there were I did win a couple of matches. I didn't win the full round, or no, I won a couple of rounds. I didn't win any full matches.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's really good. I do technically have answers for this deck in the sideboard of my Gill, the Gifted Conjurer deck, but I didn't want to side in any cards and stuff like that. And just right off the bat, and he probably would have had something to deal with it too.
Mm.
But before we get into the deck, there is this old card. There is
reprinted.
Yeah. What is it even called? Burn to Cinders. Burn to Cinders is an answer to the ruler side of this deck.
The J ruler.
The J ruler side of this deck. But as you guys will see when Dayman gets into the deck, it's got a lot of other amazing things going for it.
There's ways to protect it from that too.
Do you have stuff in the deck built though?
The indestructible thing.
Does that work on Jays?
Yep.
Oh shit.
So I can actually put Blood of Mikages on her, like the two of them, swing, and then at the end turn when it would be destroyed, you go quick cast, can't be destroyed until next end of turn is technically how it works, kind of deal, right? Because you're in the end turn. So if you go can't be destroyed till end of turn, then the next end of turn is the next player's turn.
Yeah, but regardless, wouldn't you just choose the order anyway?
Nope. Because at end turn, the destroy this card from Blood of Mikage goes, then you go quick cast. I already asked like a judge group or whatever, but you go quick cast, can't be destroyed until end of turn. The next end of turn is how it's meant to be said, and then you survive.
Okay. How come you never did it?
I just never had a situation where I needed to.
Did you blow Mikage it several times?
I actually wanted to die and flip back over to get more stuff.
Okay.
But
cool.
Yeah.
Go over the ruler side.
Anyways, Aimul is a white ruler with Judgment for 2, Energize white or black. You can pay 0, recover target resonator you control, or it's actually recover any resonator. Yeah, recover any resonator. Place ability only during your opponent's turn. I don't really know why you recover the opponent's creature, but you can if you really wanted to. But they would probably get another attack out of that, which would be dumb. So I don't know.
Yeah.
There is probably a reason for it, but oh well. So when you do your 2 judgment, you flip over and you turn into a darkness J ruler, but for the purposes of that red-white Lumia Stone, still works, untaps, all that stuff.
You don't run it, but I think I've seen a couple of builds that do.
Yeah, so it does work. So anyways, on this side, she has Flying Imperishable and Drain, so lifelink from magic, basically. All the damage you deal, gain that much life. And then, I think it's... Yeah, when this card enters the field, you look at the top 3 cards of the deck, you grab a non-chant from among them with total cost 3 or less, and put it into play. It says you may invert it, and then it gets 2/2 for every inverse card you have, including your stones. And that's basically it.
Cool.
It's a 3/3, and it can get pretty big.
Okay.
So for Resonators, A lot of them flip, so I'm going to show off the set plus one of them being flipped already. So one of them is Angel of Hope. It is a 2/3 1-drop angel, flying drain. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this card, and then when you judgment your ruler, you invert it, and it would end up turning into Angel of Despair. So it becomes a 4/5 plus whatever counter you had on it before. Loses drain, still has flying, and then when this card inverts, you destroy target resonator if it had a 1/1 counter on it.
Cool.
So,
yeah, so he's running 4 Angels of Hope.
Yep. And next, I have 4 Joan of Arc. So this card is great. It's a 2-drop, 7/5 human. This card gains swiftness and indestructible as long as you control 3 or more J/Resonators. And then it has a replacement effect of if this card would deal damage to a J/Res, instead put that many -1/-1 counters on it. So for the purposes of against 0, where she prevents damage, that actually goes over top.
Yeah.
Because you're turn player and you pick.
So,
whatever.
Teacher was saying something along the lines of that even if you have a deck where you have an imperishable ruler or you have a way of, what is it when you save them after they've been killed? And make them ethereal or something?
Oh, they become astral.
Astral.
And then you heal them if they're astral with real or whatever.
So he said that those -1/-1 counters actually carry over to the ruler side, so
They
it
stay.
can deflate. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
This game is dumb.
When you judgment Gill, Matt, he has those counters still, right? Counters stay.
Oh, that's silly.
Yeah.
That's some
So
silliness.
she is a J-Ruler killer.
So what you're saying is that should be sided into a lot of darkness decks that think they're going to run into Aimul.
Yep. Yep. The only problem that has is against Kira because it deals damage in 5s. So if you have one in play and you're going to get another, and you have your J-Ruler or whatever, before the other one enters, you just hit the other one for 5.
Yeah, because it's got 5 defense, right?
Yeah, so it's in the threshold to die from a lot of burn stuff.
Okay, so you're running 4 of the
Yep.
Joan d'Arc Mad Maiden.
Yeah.
She actually doesn't look that mad. She actually looks kind of chill.
And then I'm running 3 Gill Lapis, Usurper or
Usurper.
Yeah, of Maddening Power. 6/7 3-drop Wanderer has precision. It has when it enters, search your deck for a 1-cost white or black chant. Total
White or black, which is super important in this deck.
Literally any 1-drop in the deck you can search, so like who cares? And then if a chant would make you lose life, you don't. But there's nothing in here that would do that other than lose life from cost. So
Yeah. And then technically we always forget about this ability, but he gets another 1/1 for each other Will of Despair, which
There's
in this
no
case...
other.
Well, yeah, but I mean if you've
another
got 2.
Gill Lapis,
If you've got 2 Gills.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 3 Gill Lapis, Usurper of Maddening Power.
Next we've got...
You got a lot of maddening stuff in this, hey?
Yeah, I know, right?
What's
We
the
got
hate?
2 Mephistopheles.
Yep.
So, naturally he's a 3-drop, 8/8. He's a demon. So, he, on his front side, whenever a J/Res would enter your opponent's field, become invested. And then, if he's flipped, which it's a mandatory.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. He turns into a 1,000 flying, -2/-2 to board, including J-Ruler, and enter effects don't go off for creatures.
So, it's like way better Abdul, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's 2 Mephistopheles.
Yep. And then we've got 2 Grimm of the Crimson Moon. So,
I think I've run 3.
nope, 2.
Okay.
So he is a 7/7 flyer, barrier white black on both sides. And then when this card attacks, you may put 2 mystery counters on your J-Ruler. And then when it enters, you can reveal another fairy tale. The only other fairy tale is another Grimm. So that probably won't happen often. You get a 1/1 counter if you do it. And then when you judgment, you may move 2 mystery counters from it in order to invert it. And if you do, it turns into a 1,000 flying barrier white black. When it enters, something loses imperishable and loses indestructible, and you destroy it. And cards in grave lose all abilities.
Cool. Also, for anybody who was wondering what that weird sound was off camera, there was a giant interdimensional disembodied leg that Dayman likes to feed every now and then. He was giving him a little scratch.
Yep. All right. We'll do additions next. So, we are running 4 life-stealing altar. So, 1 drop. So it doesn't really do anything on the front side unless like you decide to pay 1 when a resonator of yours dies.
Which is not necessarily bad, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're keeping that 1 open for example, miscalculation, and you know that you're not going to need it, you're like, hey,
Yeah, something
you block.
dies.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It's not bad considering our 1
it's a draw
tend to get
mechanic.
filled.
It's good.
And then when it flips, you put the top card of your stone deck into play rested, and then you can sack a resonator to give -4/-4 to a resonator.
Cool. So that was 4 of the life-stealing altar.
Yep. And then we've got 3 of the Light Castle Palace of Hope. 2 drop. When it enters, put 2 1/1 counters on all resonators you have.
Also, don't let the name of this card fool you. This is actually the Palace of Crazy German BDSM Pain.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. This thing is gnarly.
It's really fun when you judgment and grab that if you really need, because it enters, you get the 2 1/1 counters.
Yeah.
And then it inverts immediately.
Like right then.
Yeah.
Right here. Right now.
Into that, and it what it does on that side is when it enters, you put 4 -4/-4 counters.
-1.
On, yeah, 4 -1/-1 counters onto the opponent's.
Please put
resonators.
4 -4/-4 counters onto everything.
And then we have 1 0 circle of protection because
It's a 3 drop, and you can cheat it out, which is
Yeah.
fedonkulous.
And we have a way to put it on top on purpose. If you have 4 stones, you can get anything.
Like, do you think like somebody kind of like connected the dots and came up with this combo like immediately? Like they just saw the previews, they went to sleep, and they woke up in like a cold sweat, going, "I must put this card in the deck. I must fulfill the prophecy."
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So we're running.
And we're not even gonna show yet all that build up, and we'll talk about the card later.
We're running 3 miscalculations.
You got 2 full arts?
Yeah, dude.
Bro, hook me up.
And then I've got another one of these in sideboard. If I'm playing a more aggressive deck, which I did, but still, I would probably opt to put 1 more in.
So miscalculations, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's just
Be
yeah.
3 in this one. 4 would be good.
Hey,
Take one thing out.
Fun fact, folks: when your butthole friend / opponent has 3 Joan of Arcs on the field, and literally all you have in your hand is 2 of these things, you're fucked. So
Actually, fun thing about 3 Joan of Arcs is if they're all on board, then you can't kill any of them to get the other ones. Not
are you dumb? Are you dumb? That's what I mean. Well, final battle.
Yeah, you have to fight.
Final battle.
We're running for burgeoning.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sorry, what's it called?
Burgeoning Hope.
Yeah.
Flourishing Hope.
Flourishing Hope.
It's burgeoning despair on the other side.
So
Okay,
it's
so
a
4
one
flourishing
drop-
hopes.
1 drop quick cast. Target J / resonator gains. This card cannot be destroyed until end of turn.
Then invert,
Yep.
and it becomes a 3 drop, 1 darkness, and 2 of any color.
Yeah, quick cast. Target opponent.
Target player banishes 2
Target player.
resonators.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I'm gonna put
Yeah.
some weird accents on things. Which honestly can be used for your own devices too. I don't think anybody's really running the 2 drop, little reds
Yeah.
like to
No.
ramp stones, which is kind of sad.
There's other ways to like.
Not
dude,
as good,
you can
though. Not as
literally
good.
sack your creatures for free off of Soul Sealing Altar.
Yeah, you could.
So what's the point of doing that? You know what I mean? But
I'm just saying you could. They
Okay,
didn't make it
if you're
specifically
really
for
hard
opponents.
pressed to like lose your own creatures. Sure. Anyways, 2 Blood of Mikage, 1 drop chant. Target Jason's res gets +8/+8 until end of turn. I love dropping
And
both
precision.
of those onto it. It's great to do it onto Aimul because and then it's supposed to be destroyed until at end of turn. But if you do Flourishing Hope on it at that end of turn, not before, then it survives.
Yeah, and that's assuming you don't want her to die.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
So you want to
her
keep flipping
die.
and keep just cheating things in, whatever.
Yeah. We run 1 final battle. We can search that with the.
Oh, where'd you get this?
That's the promo.
From which one?
From the shop.
Oh, I got the stones from the Dark Castle.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, final battle. Super baller.
Yep. 3 twin blades of despair. Hope and despair. I got the 4th in the sideboard. I felt 3 was fine. So, for 2, quick ass, target Resonator gets a +6/+6 until end of turn, and target Resonator opponent controls. Yeah.
Gains -6/-6
Yeah,
until the end of turn. I think, like, there's probably a specific combo, maybe in Wanderer. I like to think they're intelligent enough to also think about, like, the jankiness in Wanderer as well when they make new cards. But it's weird that they didn't decide to make just target Resonator gets +6 and another target Resonator gets -6, as opposed to saying you have to get the buff and your opponent has to get the debuff.
Well, actually, if they don't have a Resonator out at all, you still can do the card. You fulfill as
No,
much
yeah,
of that
so
as
all
you
I'm
can.
saying is that they made specifically that your opponent has to get the debuff and you specifically have to get the buff.
Oh.
As opposed to saying any Resonator can get the buff and any Resonator can get the debuff. There's probably a combo that would crazy levels of jinkiness take advantage of that. And I like to think that they thought of that. So I don't know, I just can't think of what it would be. Anyway, so it is a 2-drop, 1 light, 1 darkness, and then on its flip side it becomes a 4-drop, 2 light, 2 darkness.
Yep.
That does
loses quick cast, but you can play it from the removed area, which is where it'll
You
be
have
when
to.
you do it. Yeah. And then, play this ability, or play this card only for your removed area. Choose 1. Destroy target J/Resonator, or put target Resonator with total cost 5 or less from your graveyard to the field.
both of those are
I
abilities.
haven't I didn't even use that in our games. The flip side.
Then I got 3.
Amaterasu Foresight.
Yeah, Amaterasu Foresight. So prevent all damage dealt by J/Resonators until end of turn.
Cool beans. These are good. I don't think I saw you play this.
There
once.
was a time that I was going to, but you ended up not attacking.
Oh.
So
Was that the one time I thought you had Miscalculation, but you actually didn't?
yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah. And then 3.
Fatal Reunions.
Yeah.
And this is the combo we were talking about with the guy waking up in a cold sweat. Where
If you have 4 stones up, you can pay 2 for Fatal Reunion, put any card on top of your deck, then do 2 for Judgment, and literally cheat in any non-Resonator card in your deck, and you have the option of flipping it or not. And one of the times I decided not to with Mephistopheles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, it's utility of the asshole.
Yeah, and it really just comes down to, do you want to debuff your opponent with Mephistopheles, or do you want to slow them down?
Yeah.
Stones. What do we got?
We were running 4 Magic Stone of Heaven's Rift, regular white-black.
Super basic.
Yep. Running 4 Magic Stone of Hope, which is her stone. And when you Judgment,
Pretty sure it becomes Magic Stone of Despair.
produces, white-black on the flip side.
Okay, complete aside note here, but it bothers the living heck out of me that it's not a light stone on one side and then a darkness stone on the other side.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it do this? It's just special stone and special stone.
Yeah, I don't know. And then we've got proxies of 2 of Gill.
Ancient magic stones.
Yeah.
Gill Mat Stones.
Yeah.
I wanted it for the
Color coverage.
color coverage, but better than the countdown stones. So
What are the countdowns?
so they come in with 2 counters on them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you can remove a counter to produce.
Is it
off
natural
color.
white or dark?
I think it's natural white,
Natural white.
but still better to have that for coverage.
So this is Dayman's new Aimul. What's his? I was about to say Thor. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name?
But I don't know.
Not Thor. The other one. Not Thor character. The character that isn't Thor in this film. The one that wins.
Thanos.
Thanos. Well, they're kind of similar. You got Thor and Thanos. Thanos.
Are you high?
No. Okay, so this is... Do you hear this, guys? Do you hear this? I make a simple mistake. They both sound very similar.
Yeah.
They're both in the same movie.
Super
They're in the same
similar.
movie. They're from the same
They're
series.
so similar. They're super similar.
They probably can't even
They're
hear that.
super similar.
You're hitting like frequencies that humans can't naturally hear.
I started off too high. You got to start regular and then work your way up. But I just started on high.
You just broke right out of the gates.
It just broke out right high.
There's like dogs down the streets that are like clawing their own eyes out. They're like, "Ah, too high!"
Oh,
So this is the Thanos deck. I don't know. It's a good deck. It's a super good deck. Do you think this is competitive nature or just...
I don't know. It handles... So, I played it against you, and the person who actually uses the deck played it against a bunch of different kinds of decks. And
but suffers against.
literally cannot win, did not win. I don't know if it cannot. I might be able to, like, if I played it, maybe I could beat my Keurig deck. They have not beaten my Keurig deck with this ever.
Okay.
And we played a lot of games.
How do you think it would fare against Scheherazade?
I don't know. It's really weird because Scheherazade, like, cycles, or can cycle, I don't know, it depends on how they build it, the remove from battle card, and my main beat stick is a lifelinker, and if they stop the
Yes,
battle
but
damage,
you also
then
have barrier though, right? Like you can get barrier.
one thing can do it, but I could also put in Wings of Gold.
You can put
or
Wings of
Magic
Gold.
Sweets, and
You can put in Magic Sweets, or
tutor it
you can
and-
put in Maiden of Slaughter. You could put in Neo Shadow Barrier if you really needed to shut it down 3 and 3 or whatever, and then just
They also run those in their deck though. I'm pretty sure.
who like Scheherazade.
Scarlet Agony and Scheherazade. But regardless, if I wanted to protect her by giving her barrier, there are options, and Gill can tutor them, so it's kind of just pick your one-drop chant that you want.
Yeah,
Literally.
and you can search them out. You can even almost bump up Gill, Lapis, Usurper of Maddening power up to 4 if you really needed to see those barriers like consistently.
Yeah, you totally can.
Cool. This is the deck. I don't think it's a work in progress. I think you knocked it out of the park. Just side deck, sideboard. That's it. And then
There's not really a solid sideboard at the moment, but there is Separation of Fates in there. That'd be good to remove Swiftness. So it's a 1-cost chant. Target J/Res loses all abilities until end of turn. Draw a card. So you just be like, lose Swiftness. Cool.
yeah, and then just deal with it later. But you've already got answers to
Miscalculation is basically
right. You don't need to
better.
worry about that.
So,
Fuck it.
I don't know.
Cool. Yep. Deck's good. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.